Мой Клайв, доведите до кабинета Клайва. Фабрики. Я, если честно, скорее всего, наверное, одно из самых сложных, наверное, заданий, потому что очень сейчас сложно будет, потому что я просто не хочу устраивать геноцид. Я просто не понимаю, где он находится, этот крейв-то.
system.
What?
Linux searching.
They're on us. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Nice and easy.
Halt. Searching for unauthorized persons.
Oh God. Better take a... Hey. Just where do you think you're sneaking to? Production line is that away, you worthless gadabout. Unless your mom's on her deathbed, you ain't got an approved excuse. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Authorized personnel.
Whoa now. And just what do you figure you're doing up here? These are my private quarters, friend. I don't allow tours up here. I don't allow tours ever on deeper consideration. Certain things require a mess to do well. See, I was just killing some time. I prefer to prepare my dinner by my own hand. I do own a factory known for specializing in the canning of borschtwurst. On occasion, I like to imbibe other parts of the cysty pig. Did you fancy me a cannibal? Perish the thought. No, I don't eat the bodies, I disappear. A joke, that last was. So, what can I do for you? My full attention is at your disposal.
I'm not saying you shouldn't vex this guy, but if you do, it's been nice knowing you.
While I approve of your associate's cautious nature, I still teeter on the verge of losing my patience. Let us move forward with the present proceedings. By sublight, you mean Catherine, do you not? A greedy, star-crossed sow. Listen, friend. The Borst King of Monarch does not negotiate with coveters. How about you bring me Catherine's severed head, and I will gift you a lifetime supply of Borst. You desire that I should lower myself to Catherine's level of crassness and filth? I cannot fathom how that would cotton myself. The king built this golden monopoly brick by brick from the rubble when the corpse abandoned Monarch. No, he ain't the sort to partner up, as that requires the sharing of power and profits. You think to blackmail me? Try it. The king will grind you to bone spurs and toenails. For true? You figure she will appreciate my skills? They did take me years to perfect. However, I remain unconvinced she could provide the means to make the association worth my while. If you ain't noticed, I'm doing swell, ruling this kingdom on my own. I do admire a properly ruthless individual. If it will keep that sublight sow off my back, then it's an undoubtedly worthwhile pursuit. The king is interested. John Hancock me on the dotted line, friend. I will even give her a cut of the profits, requiring she keeps clear of my short hairs. A fair and handsome deal is what it is. Tell Catherine she is permitted to dump the bodies each and every Tuesday, precisely at 3 a.m.
Так, ну мы прошли. Не обязательно убедите Кэтрин работать с Клайвом. Верните Кэтрин на сотрудничать с Клайвом.
Real slick.
Ну, никого не пришлось убивать, это уже хорошо. Можно было здесь пошариться, спокойно полутаться. да, вот. Теперь они на нас не нападают, можем здесь ходить спокойно. Видите? Вот видите, можем ходить спокойно, лутать. Вообще пофиг.
I don't know what's worse, the taste of Borston beans or the stench that comes later.
Ничего себе, как
I
они
can
могут.
take a hint.
Ну-ка, мне чисто интересно, мы у него ключ сможем забрать сейчас, конечно. То, кстати, прикольно, можно там и включить, то есть это довольно интересно. То, что можно было, допустим, либо подняться там включить, либо подняться здесь и активировать, чтобы автоботы, точнее автоботы, автоматроны начали убивать. Увеличить дневную дозировку витаминов в корме шишкачей на 4000 проблем. Ой, фу, проблем. Процентов.
кулак.
Видите, это как-то поинтересней. То есть, да, я понимаю, что это отчасти нудно, ну, вот, скучно, да, там, пробираться. Я стелс тоже не особо люблю. Хотя некоторые бывают очень интересные. Вот, но тут, видите, можно было аппараты всякие, типа, включить, там, сломать, автоматронно включить, которые сами их поубивают. И мне вообще ничего делать не пришлось бы. То это даже очень интересно. Причем заключать союзы, когда он живой, ну, по мне так это выгодно, потому что даже если в случае он нас там и обманет, мы просто придем его убьем и все равно получим этот завод. То есть ничего мы особо, если честно, и не потеряем. Поэтому это выгода и так идет.
It ain't stealing if no one sees.
Хотя странный момент, что хотя вроде там было что-то вроде написано, что хотя не написано в диалоге, но опять же понятно, весь пройти не можем. Ясно. Значит, тогда делаем так. То что там проникнуть, с кем-то договориться, там кому-то дать на лапу и потом в итоге сделать свое дело. То есть хотя опять же интересно сейчас будет услышать, как она отнесется к тому, что я его убедил с нами сотрудничать, потому что она нам как бы заказывала его голову. Хотя, конечно, было интересно узнать того, что он в эти колбаски кладет человеческие останки, ну, точнее, людей.
Remember, sublight is not... I am here to anticipate...
Так, давайте посмотрим, как она отреагирует.
You seen Arthur today?
Catherine's great, ain't she? She'll pull you out of the sulfur, so long as you don't mind being in her debt.
I'd have a drink with her, though I'd keep one hand on my gun and the other on my bit cartridge.
Так.
How's Clive? I do hope you gave him my regards. Oh, this ought to be good. What does he mean to offer in exchange for his no-account life? True enough, I got bodies piling up, drawing attention where they ought not to be. But if I take the factory, I don't need Clive to dispense of my messes. Can appoint someone to handle it myself. Point taken. Good help is hard to come by. Plus, Clive doesn't seem the type to upchuck his boards during dismemberment. Still, you're asking me to walk away from easy money. So are a lot of things in life. And your point is? All right. Color me convinced. Reckon I owe you a finder's fee. Don't spend it all in one place, unless it's here. I'll presume you mean Arthur, the one you sent scurrying back like a sprat with his tail cut off. Reckon I'm happy he's alive. I'd be happier if the marauders who botched my drop were dead. Funny you don't look like Nelson Mason. Funnier still, I wasn't aware of an existing problem. That Thunderhead. Can't hardly fathom how that panned out. Let me guess. It involved blood and guts and fur in places that don't merit mention. Well, you got my begrudging gratitude for cleaning the mess. I take it you don't have a reservation. No matter. I keep a suite of VIP rooms for visitors of your, let's call it, a certain means. The VIP rooms charge by the night. But for you, I'll make it a one-time fee. Got a feeling you'll make me a fine investment. Marvelous. Do take care of the place. Maid service won't clean after a murder. Judging from the blood sure.
Вот ты где. Здорово, Артур.
Glad you made it out. Hope you got the bastards that hit us.
You look parched. Have a seat. So, what's your story? Now, there's a woman who knows what she wants. I like her.
She's fine. Well, so long as you ain't on her bad side. Then she's liable to drown you in the waterfall.
All that screaming in the random hours of the night puts a damper on the mood.
Oh, that's just Miss Malin working on some fella who can't pay his debt.
So noted. My accounts will be balanced by the afternoon.
I heard sometimes when the tunnels get infested, she feeds them to the Manta Queens. Pretty gruesome way to go.
Вот и, кстати, квартирка, которую она нам продала. О, кстати, шлем наемника соцвет. Вот он животное. Кэтрин умеет быть благодарна. Так, ну раз мы выполнили, теперь... Так, скафандры... Кстати, надо пойти продать. Да, лишнее.
Did you bring me anything? New parts? Last weekend's crossword puzzle? Preferably not already filled out this time. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Так. У нас задание, значит. Последний эксперимент химериста. В доме у тебя находится найти карту, чтобы на ухода.
This reminds me of... Oh, never mind.
Потом мне вот еще раз это не делать. А, это броня на ней, блин, одета. Я главное посмотрел, думаю, блин, а где, блин, это брать? Броня-то. А она у нее.
coats make me nervous. Experiments always go wrong. Always. And then we got flying raptidons or some other nightmare.
Ну, в твоих словах есть доля правды. Намутят там своих этих пробирках какую-нибудь Годзиллу, а потом мы там сражаемся.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside? You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking. My what conspiracy? Let's talk about this. Please, I think there's been a crucial misunderstanding. Just give me a second to explain myself. If you still want to shoot me, at least it'll be for an accurate reason. If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying to keep Halcyon alive.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. A recent development, Captain. Apparently someone's broken into the laboratories where I used to work. The board wanted me protected. Our produce might get us through the day, but we're getting weaker as a species, and sicker. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believe that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. Look around. We're the only intelligent aliens in Halcyon. I know. I was there. Thomas was the first to take the gas. A simple test, he said. I told him not to, but he insisted. We learned a lot from his autopsy. Enough that we could try it on each other and know when to stop. No one else died. I must find a cure so his sacrifice isn't in vain. There are other teams. We didn't want to experiment on human test subjects, so we used the only resources we had. Each other. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back. Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
Knowing what the board considers a success, that doesn't give me a lot of hope. Fuck that. People are people, and ought to stay the way they were born. They start trying to tinker with my blood, I'll bury them.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
Imagine losing something with that many guns on it. That ain't a shock. Board folks will lie to their own mothers if it preserves their paychecks.
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. Exactly. If colonists know we can't feed them or protect them, they'll begin to wonder why they need us at all. You could always shoot me. I assume that's why you're here. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
Look, cold-blooded murder ain't easy on my spirits. But this, all this research, all these experiments, it's It's wrong. It's all void damn wrong.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony. Consider that.
I try not to, at least when it comes to the moral dilemmas. Lilia Hagen's a useful ally to have, but I'll back you up either way.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain. I leave it in your hands.
То есть, короче, дилемма такая. Я, если честно, блин, вот это довольно-таки серьезное решение. Я, конечно, не знаю, какие будут последствия. То есть фишка в том, что они хотят изменить людей, ну, потому что еды не хватает, чтобы они могли там питаться, там, бла-бла-бла, но при этом у них сейчас это не особо получается. И в итоге, как бы, дело в том, что очень много людей погибнет, походу. Ну, и, блин, и чё, блин, выбрать, вы знаете? Будете работать с ними, я вас пощажу. Блин. Люди сильные, люди выживут. Я представляю, как блин, к этому относиться. То есть, блин, ну... Блин, это довольно-таки сложная дилемма. С одной стороны, люди же изобретают какие-то таблетки, да, какое-то лекарство, да, которое помогает людям. Да, чтобы в итоге, да, то есть там, наверное, тоже же, когда сейчас испытывают какие-то таблетки, тоже людей, наверное, много погибло. Да, вот, конечно, эта тетка-то офигеет, что я скажу, что никаких пришельцев нет. Ты несла какую-то чушь.
rumor has it someone's pulling doubles until the retirement district is repaired.
А, кстати, я же хотел кое-что попробовать.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
You notice how our crew's a lot like that crime family from The Masked Marketeer?
Okay, but who's Sam?
Come on, Ellie, Sam ain't people. I guess he can be Chairman Rockwell on that one cameo appearance.
I heard they had an automech read those lines because the actors were afraid of offending the chairman.
Чего вы все собираетесь около моей каюты и разговоры заводите офигенные? Так, плюшка профи. Нет, у меня нет. Кстати, такой тоже у меня нет. Так. Там тоже с покладом написано. Ну-ка. Да. Так, ну сейчас посмотрим. Сопротивление брони. Корзины. То есть вот как оно, то есть видите, то есть идет наплечники, блин, ну, на эти идут, то есть, блин, ну, есть изменения, потому что вот визуально здесь броня вся офигенно выглядит. Потому что в Fallout 4, ну, там мало брони, которая, ну, блин, смотрится просто классно. Поэтому...
Nice work dispatching Chartrand, Captain. Sublight will be pleased. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? Why are obtuse angles so depressed? Because they are never right.
А почему угол такой грозный? Потому что если рыбаки,
As you wish, Captain. Goodbye. We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Про пришельцев, ну блин, ну это было так прикольно, типа думал, сейчас пришельцы будем с ними драться, а в итоге оказалось совсем другое, боже мой, блин. Ну я говорю, что я прям уж сильно разочарован. Не, ну просто с пришельцами было бы классно, чё. Блин, я забыл скинуть эти модификаторы. А здесь что за место? А если какое место?
Nailed him, Captain! That was a nice warm-up. Okay.
hurry. The toilets overflowed on me at least twice.
Easy.
Thank you, stranger. Shit, ain't that a relief? You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom with an overflowing toilet. Thanks again, friend. What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust bucket? Something broke. Well, actually 2 things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. When I came to clean that up, the damn door decided to close and lock on me. Time stood still. I was aware of nothing but the smell. Ugh, could have been days. Ah, shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. Song is gonna have my ass for wage theft. You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a shit-covered bathroom? Is that how it is? Hey, let's not be hasty. Here, I've got a few bits on me. Take it. Just take it, and we'll forget this ever happened, yeah? Suppose it's time to reevaluate my career.
Да уж. Странно, конечно, что у них туалет еще тут есть. В непонятных помещениях. Что для меня, ну, реально очень странно.
Damn, that's some nimble fingers, Captain.
Я даже походу знаю, где я выйду, но, скорее всего, оружейка.
It get cooler in here? I swear they had the heat turned way the hell up. Ellie, not mine, but it's been a while. How's that whisper muzzle working out for you?
I sold it. Didn't seem to make me any quieter.
That mod was for your gun, not your smart mouth.
You want to bust my chops? Do it over drinks next time I'm on station.
Please don't mind her. Everything I sell works as advertised. Some people...
I received a very interesting message from llDezGunll not too... The Spacer's Choice trustees will be pleased. I might even get an extra meal voucher. And I hear I got you to thank. So thanks. I don't think boldness is really part of our brand. I need to check my contract. Shit. Oh, shit. No, I mean, yeah, excellent. Yeah, that was intentional. As the face of space, have a look.
B&B Borscht and baked beans. When you need Borscht and baked beans is the only one.
Is it done? Well, well. Looks like someone's due for a promotion. How does Vice President of Aggressive Acquisitions sound to you, contractor? I seriously doubt it, considering that I spend my days behind a desk, and you get all the fun salvage jobs. Catherine heard I was taking you on full-time and sent along a present of her own. I've had it delivered to your ship. From now on, the board will think twice before fucking with llDezGunll, savior of humanity. Be sure to mention that in your travels. We could use the free advertising.
Hey, we don't work for exposure.
I wish more legitimate businesses were like yours, Hagen. We get a lot more done.
Well, if there's nothing else, I need to review some applications, seeing as I just lost. I don't charge.
Не знаю, по мне так лично это круто, чё. Быть известным, ну, типа, к нам будут обращаться, мы будем грести лопатой денежки, чё. Почему бы и нет, если честно? В чем, как говорится, проблема? Нам там, кстати, ачивку дали, давайте посмотрим, что за ачивочка. Скрытая, кстати. Завершить все задания с сабсвета. Так, давайте посмотрим на репутацию. Что у нас стало. Понятно, она выше не стала. Так, дневник. Так, на транспорте
What's up?
Something on your mind?
You shipping out again soon? Maybe. Travis is trying to nail down a contract now.
BNP Bork Pocket can be macrowaved in 2.5 seconds. Bork Pocket.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative for performance-enhancing skins. A tossball first. Coaches and referees are debating how...
Ой, блин.
This behavior could lead to an unfair advantage. This has been Halcyon News, your only...
Не знаю, сейчас она меня спалит, начнет пиздеть на меня. Слава богу.
I'm going.
Тут нахрена я сюда зашел? Значит, он меня сюда показывал. Да. Воровать газировку. Это, конечно, вообще класс.
Be right there.
А куда это показывает, блин? Это где тогда, блин?
One more hour before the dockmaster kills me. How many...
Просто у меня вопрос, а где тогда эта метка, потому что на карте я ее не вижу. Где она может быть? Ну точно не сверху.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A large cider for a large cider.
Особенно где это нафиг? Так, выйти и направо.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Так тут закрыто. И как? Чё-то не понимаю. Найдите научное оружие Финиса. Записи с терминала Хоторна показывают, что в орбитальной лаборатории Финиса можно найти научное оружие. Найдите научное оружие на первый проход. На капитанском терминале безнадежного нашлось запись научного терминала. В одной из записей лавка Галлей, где можно найти полезную информацию. С видимости она уже помогала. Я без понятия, как туда пройти. Типа надо что-то глэдис. Ну блин, у нее никаких диалогов больше нету, связанного с этим. Тут есть... Ой, блин, где? Вот здесь вот есть какое-то окно, но я сомневаюсь, что я через него пролезу. Либо надо к финишу лететь этому, потому что у меня другого варианта нету. Как, блин, туда можно залезть. Поэтому пока это такой спасущий. Или может надо сюда подойти, тут что-то посмотреть. Видите, оружие первопроходца, оружие финанса. Так, ну давайте сюда заглянем. Может, на корабле это где-то. Если, конечно, оно не направит куда-нибудь на другую планету. Если нет, то тогда пойдем по основному курсу как раз. Потому что все, блин, побочки на всех планетах мы уже выполнили. Ну там, кроме двух там связано с одеждой и с маяками. Ну, с маяками там легкое задание, там просто прийти, маяк найти и все, и как бы дальше идти. То есть он не прям уж особо, это уж потом, наверное, в самую последнюю очередь делать.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating it.
Of course I'm anticipating it. What if I shoot a friend on accident?
That's on account of your stance. You want to lean into it. Embrace it.
Понятно, это уже было.
You're in control here, our body, not the
Так, да, вот оружие финанса. Да, оно в лабораторию это отправляет, понятно. Так. Все, сейчас полетим. Так, сейчас лишнее все скинем. Так, модифицировать. Ну, допустим.
I guess that's kind of like when... shooting 600 cans of near molten saltuna conveyor on the belt.
Here, stand like me. Just so. Hips square. Lean forward a little. Just equipment. You're just an engineer using it.
Скинем это все. То я апгрейдил, но забыл убрать. Так, она нам вот это походу дала, да? А не, шишкачная колбаса. Жителями правды. Золото, шишкачная колбаса. Че? Передадите же меня. подам вашу голову на серебряном блюде с грибной подливой. Подписано лично шишкашным королем монаха. Так, ну это у нас за фабрику, а это что там говорило, типа награда. Вот. Удается компании соццвет лучшему работнику месяца. Мы с вами, короче, мы с вами лучший работник месяца. Вот. То есть на той, в общем, у нас монархия, то есть мы вот выполнили, там сколько, нам дали вот это, потом вот это дали, потом вот это дали, но это за фабрику, и с этой дали вот это. То есть когда мы выполняем какие-то определенные, ну, короче, в общем, квесты, нам дают украшения в комнату. Так, там-то ничего не пишет. Нет, мы нахуй не нужны. Так, и в награду нам дали броня вице-президента. Навык общения и лидерства. Разница лишь в том, что она у нас, смотрите, она у нас идет без ремня. Вот, видите, без вот этих. Но фишка в том, что у ней больше защиты, но у ней идет запугивание. А у нас навык общения и дальний, еще плюс грузоподъемность. Поэтому она хоть и неплохая, но по этим качествам она так себе. Мне эта броня-то не так уж прям особо нужна, потому что у меня пушка мощная. Вот. Но больше нужно либо что-нибудь, какие-нибудь эффекты. Как вот, допустим, это Элли, я надел шапку медика. То есть там весь глаз даже у нас на этот на урон со скрытности. То есть там первый выстрел идет очень мощно. Поэтому это офигенно. Ладно, все, летим в лабораторию Финиса.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors? Welcome back, Captain. How can I be? Take care.
Блин, я пистолет забыл скинуть.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it, blast, that's loud. I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor. Excellent test subjects. Also surprisingly nutritious. Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Размер магазина, мощный небольшой изобретение доктора фитнеса, способен мешать любое живое существо. На обратной стороне рукояти доктор оставил свою подпись и оптимистическую высоту номер 001. Так, давайте сейчас сохранимся. Посмотрим, что будет.
Crew report. Bioka is drunk. Surprise. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Your signal made it through. We've pinpointed Dr. Wells's orbital lab. Excellent work. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Transmissions are so impersonal. I'd like to meet you face to face.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Dr. Wells has failed to discover the tracking signal broadcasting the location of his lab. I have revised my estimations of his competence accordingly.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting. If I had time and several blackboards, I could explain the details to you, but to put it briefly, dimethyl sulfoxide is the reason you're alive today. The chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope's colonists. I need you to steal as much as you possibly can. The more, the better. If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists, and then nothing will stop the board from destroying this colony. Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the presence of a Minister of Earth. Clark is complicit in every one of the board's crimes. Whenever the board issues some new decree, you'll find Clark's signature on the dotted line. Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find. Something about being discontinued due to severe adverse reactions. It's fine. You'll be stealing the chemicals, not ingesting them. You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway. Of course, of course. What's on your mind? Absolutely. Let's talk. No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Hey there. I'd shake your hand, but you've got this glass wall situation going on.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy. Oh, very well. I can be a little cantankerous when I haven't had my caffeinoids. You have my apologies, and so forth. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. You're a talented scientist, after all. Our kind has always been incredibly popular. That's odd. I'm at least 65% certain my tone was sufficiently sincere. Perhaps the glass is distorting my... What's on your mind? Absolutely. Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the blackness of the aether. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia. Are you still annoyed at me for launching you into space? That was in the past. I've long since moved on. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know. Because we've lost our way, the board has a stranglehold over this colony, and we've all been conditioned to total obedience. The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers, talented individuals like you, people who haven't been corrupted by the board. Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. No offense. Precisely. The chemical I need is dimethyl sulfoxide, rare, potent, essential to reviving long-frozen bodies. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In theory, you never should have survived the revival process. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet hope for the Hope. Get it? Right. So much for banter, eh? I'd best get back to work. I can feel my last dose of caffeinoid fading. I hope you're not thinking of ingratiating yourself with the board. Chairman Rockwell, they might tempt you with promises of wealth, but don't be fooled. They're just using you for their own ends. What's on your mind?
Can we talk?
So, we're just gonna march straight into Byzantium and acquire some rare chemicals right under the board's nose? I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy. Then we'd better hope he doesn't blow himself up while we're gone. Or if he does, that he has a killer insurance policy. In either case, you should know Wells isn't the only game in town. The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway. Exactly. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders, so I probably don't need to tell you this, but look out for yourself. No one else out here will. Hey, don't get any ideas. I'm just making sure you last long enough to pay me at the end of this. Anything else? I hope you got a conde to pay you up front. Just make sure you have your terms in writing. Maybe tattoo them if you can spare an ass cheek. Those board folks are slippery. My daydreams just got a lot more interesting. But I'm getting off topic. What I really want to know is why cozy up to the board in the first place? Most of the crews I've run with keep their distance. Then don't be mad, but I may have snuck a bite of your lunch the other day. For what it's worth, I think you're making a smart move. Just watch your back. These new friends make bad enemies. Don't mention it, just speaking from experience. Anything else? Something on your mind?
Причем, блин, ну я понимаю, да, он нас разморозил, мы там бла-бла-бла, но при этом он же нас использует, он, блядь, типа война, вот это как я тогда сказал, а ты, блядь, этих людей спросил, которые ты, блин, разморозишь, или нет? Я типа понимаю, да, что их обманули, там, 5-е, 10-е, но, блин, все же. Коллеги тогда, ой, точнее, этой коллеги просто проще уничтожить эту, блин, надежду и не париться. Причем вот такой, кстати, вопрос. Даже если вот он их разбудит, да, ну там, скажем так, он сказал, то это то, что там, ну, могут быть какие-то проблемы. А вот вы представьте, там, да, кого-то он разморозил, да, у кого-то хорошо. Кто-то умер после разморозки, да, а кто-то получил какие-то повреждения и заболел. Он сможет им предоставить медицинскую помощь и лечение там. Я что-то в этом сомневаюсь, что он там будет нянчиться, там типа возиться в этом плане, потому что он сам преступник. Его бы тупо посадят. Понимаете? То есть, а это, блин, такое себе, если честно.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Adjutant Akande is waiting for you in her...
Наконец-то мы, кстати, с ней встретились. Лицо к лицу, так сказать.
I'm curious. Wells may have been a delusional madman, but he risked his life to save yours. So why turn him in? Revenge is a powerful motivator. Wells was thoughtless and manipulative. Turning him in was the right thing to do. You've done well. You're efficient, talented, loyal. And if you're ready to get to work, we can finally start doing some good in this colony. Work with us, and we'll make you the richest freelancer in Halcyon. My sources tell me you've been busy on Monarch. I'm sure you've seen the miserable state of affairs there, but lawless cesspool that it may be, Monarch has one important asset. All of Monarch's extraplanetary broadcasts are routed through Devil's Peak Station. I want you to claim Devil's Peak Station for the board, by force if need be. I have an agent working in Stellar Bay, Everett Gill. Have a word with him as soon as you arrive. The passphrase is, the kind of pine grows at night. Yes? So what? Look, that's not important. Get to Stellar Bay and find Everett Gill. Speak to Percival before you go. He'll arrange for your reward for turning in Wells.
Adjutant Akande has instructed me to reward you for information leading to the arrest of Phineas Wells. Please allow me to extend my felicitations on a job well done.
3125, блядь! Вы...
Indeed, sir. As an acting agent of the board, you are entitled to purchase a selection of official board-certified equipment at a discount. Do let me know if you wish to take advantage of this special offer. If you're traveling to Monarch, beware of animals and locals. But I repeat myself. I am contractually obligated to inform you that it is an honor and a privilege to
Иди
serve
на
the
3
agent.
буквы, а.
Also, I have a weakness for personalized stationery.
Понятно.
I am at your service.
Понятно. Теперь 3 мода можно поставить. 525. Снайперка. Так. Убийца голодранцев. Ого, кое-кто очень не любит безработных. Я вот лично не понимаю, типа, в чем вот прикол вот этой пушки. Ну, допустим, 420 у нее вон. Ну, да, понятно, ладно. Тогда я понял.
How may I be of assistance?
Тогда я понял. 420. Что у тебя еще есть? 300. Тогда понятно. Латин. Цезарю мало не показалось. А тут модов, что ли, нельзя поставить? Или что? Просто я не вижу ячеек. Кто-то говорил, что лучше защиты нападения, но например, с этим шпимаком.
Do you mind? I'm needing someone. Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium. Yeah, that's my code name for, you know, our mutual friend. Oh, I'm Golden Eagle.
У меня есть кодовое имя.
Yeah, I named you Cuckoo.
Сейчас ты мне будешь куку. Ну уж нет, я Беркут, а ты можешь быть кукушкой.
That doesn't even make... Fine. Fine.
Does this mean I'm supposed to have one too? Fine, but make it a really good one.
Let's go with Rufus Hummingbird.
Forget it. Codenames are for amateurs anyway.
Too late. I've already marked it off. Can't just go reassigning codenames.
This cloak and dagger stuff is nonsense, but if everyone else gets a code name, I want one too.
You can be Cassowary.
That's shockingly apt. Cassowaries were a solitary bunch. Once they had a friend, they'd stick with them till the end.
Aggressive little creatures, too. Anyway, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in this estate, which is heavily guarded.
Если ведь наверное, защищенные места, поможешь мне как-то...
I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
И чё?
All of them trying to eat you, I'd wager.
Нет.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators. Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as possible.
But most people don't. In fact, most people stay exactly where they start. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
Вообще-то нет.
And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course. Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes after all. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got. At first, management put up an out-of-order sign. But that just seemed to worry people. Like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it. Never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you?
Нет, если ты не заметила, для Алкион это нормально. Как понятно, ящик сначала был абсолютно бесполезен.
I don't know how else people are supposed to complain about things they can't change. But that's not the point.
If things are broken here, of all places, then I'm starting to think there ain't a hope left in this colony.
Things have kept on running this long, right? Or so I used to think. The whole episode made me wonder. If they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking. Just remember, you didn't hear it from me. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him. Good hunting, Golden Eagle.
Something on your mind?
What's up?
only wish they weren't showing so many Spacer's Choice ads in the commercial breaks. Who do they think their audience is?
D&D chicken and potatoes.
Wanting to appeal to the masses, I suppose.
Remember that
I can't wait to see that. If I do somehow drop dead in here, promise me you'll drag my corpse somewhere with monsters. What can I do for you, darling? If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe,
Понятно, но... Стоп, а у тебя что-нибудь есть? Ну-ка.
What can I do for you, darling?
О, можно очечки купить. Колонизатора, обновлений. Какие пафосные шмоточки-то, а?
I've always loved that sculpture.
Так, давайте посмотрим, что за шмотки. Ну, они красивые, да, ничего сказать не хочу. Смотрится. О, это же этот одежда нашего этого чувачка. Максимки, точнее. Неплохо.
Hey, buddy. Oh, you definitely recognize him if you saw him. He's...
Ой, блин.
What can I do for you? Then you'll want to speak with our automechanical inebriation assistant, located just over there. Quite so, but I would never lower myself to do something as gauche as tending bar. Oh, by all means, ask away. I beg your pardon. I have no emotional or personal obligation to Ms. Lockwood. Besides, Ms.
Please allow me to improve your...
Hey, buddy. I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover.
Nonsense. You've got another in you. Doctor's orders.
Guess I can't argue with that. Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like Purple Berry Crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick. I just need to sit down.
Sure. Be right there.
their mistake.
Да куда вы там херачить-то побежали уже, а? Ёлки-палки, а. Я только буквально там зашел, ну, на краюшек посмотреть, что, блин, будет. Просто я, блин, думал, будет эта маскировка, но у нас, ну, как бы ключ есть, ну, а как там обойти тогда? Если с той стороны, ну, там вроде никак не обойти. Ну, блин, по идее. Либо придется ключа кого-то, как говорится, скоммуниздить, значит. Потому что как там тогда пройти-то? Конечно, можно попробовать с той стороны как-то пройти, но надо смотреть. А, нет, там не пройти. Можно было бы, конечно, здесь пропрыгать, но тут тоже не пройти.
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Chasing us off already? This feels familiar.
Ma'am, please don't cause a scene.
I want you to know I'm holding back for your sake.
Do you have any actual business here? Or, less funny, the minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS. Minister Clark's a private man, and you're asking too many questions.
Так, она ждет посылку. Обязательно заберите из ПД посылку для министра. Внешне ждет посылки через службу доставки. А, вот как можно пройти. Так, ну, сейчас пойдем за посылкой. Другое дело, то я уже тут думал с боем прорываться. Я тогда не понимаю, в чем прикол. Это как бы будет как плохая концовка, что ли, если мы придадим этого Финиса. Хотя мне лично на него похер. Спал себе человек. Хотя тоже такой момент, что тоже мне не особо нравится. Как бы, ну вот, чтобы вы понимали. Он нас разбудил. А что вдруг, если бы мы бы погибли? Он бы разбудил бы другого, да? То есть вот так вот это у него работает.
I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment. Have a prosperous day.
How may I be of assistance? We do, in fact, have a parcel here for a Mr. Clark, Minister. You're not an official member of the Halcyon Parcel Service Team. That means you'll have to sign a release form. Oh, I'd have to submit a request for a release form, and then wait for a receipt for my request of a release form. Then you'd have to make an appointment. Couldn't say. We've got a backlog, and I'm planning on retiring in the next 35 years, but I could give my successor a memo on your behalf.
Да вы шутите.
You're welcome to lodge a complaint in our suggestion box. Actually, no.
We're still waiting on our delivery of a new suggestion box. Why do you need to know? You know, that is an absolutely sound and sensible line of reasoning, and I see your point clear as day. Here's your parcel to be delivered to Mr. Clark, Minister. Law speed.
Сразу, блядь, как сказали про эту. Сразу по-другому запела. Почти все время.
You gotta teach me that.
Sure.
What do you think you're doing?
Что за... Офигенно сохранилось.
I can take a hint. I'm going.
You make it look so easy.
Офигенно просто сохранилось, если честно.
Nicely done.
Скорее всего, меня спалил этот. Который просто тупо вот этот ходит. И он, скорее всего, меня увидел. Но он же ходит туда-сюда.
making it look easy.
То есть вот так даже можно было. Блин, ну кто ж знал? То, что можно было либо так пройти, либо эту посылку получить. Ну уж так сделали, ладно. По крайней мере, хотя бы есть вариации.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the tension is required radiating off of it?
Модница стоит. Да уж.
There's nothing to see here. Move along. Yeah? Let's see it. Looks like your papers are in order. All right. Go on through.
А что нам, кстати, надо? Нам надо его убить или что? Или что нам надо сделать? Ну, допустим. Так, добавиться до него будет сложно, скорее всего, конец боезапас. 7 сертификата. Подождите, а он что, в своем офисе хранит, что ли, это?
Moving.
Блин. Хотя я вот сейчас вот не понимаю прикола, это у него украсть или надо украсть ключ?
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
И что от меня хотят-то?
On my way.
How did you get in here?
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another aether wave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Slowly and loudly, Aloysius, that's the only way these morons understand anything. I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself. Oh, terribly sorry. I thought you were part of Rockwell's PR team. But if you're not, that means you're a dissident? A real live dissident? But what are you doing here? And how did you get in? My friend, the slightest demonstration of independent thought or action renders one a dissident in the board's rather expansive definition of the term.
Ничего себе.
Which is why I'm dying to know what brought you here. Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak. I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
I don't know if our chemicals are here, but this guy is definitely not.
Will that be all, then?
Хватит так говорить, дебил.
Stars are getting denser by the day. I shall endeavor to speak more slowly.
Еще медленнее и громче. И в то ухо, которое лучше слышит.
Was that a joke? Sarcasm, even? Oh, this is such a relief. You've no idea how long it's been since I spoke with someone intelligent enough for irony. Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name. But this proves it.
Yeah, sure. It's always someone else who ordered the hookers and energizing ointment.
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it.
Ну да, так я и поверил заговаривающийся психу.
How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out, and perhaps to set things right. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. We're set on fixing Halcyon. That's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And fix it we must.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business, and it rarely pays.
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will? Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. Halcyon Holdings Corporation, the collective of companies that run the colony together. Allegedly in partnership with the Earth Directorate and appointed Minister of Earth. Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here. There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles. Wait. Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here. Why, indeed. I know so little about you, much less your motivations. But I'm afraid I don't have many options, confined as I am. Besides, I've nothing to lose. If you're looking into Rockwell, I can only hope you're also looking out for Halcyon. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
You're awful trusting for a guy who's been locked in his own house for years.
The Earth Directorate is our best hope. Even Rockwell's resources are no match. And it is hardly in their interest to let Halcyon crash. Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the way out here is no mean feat. Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis District. What a pleasure. I haven't had this much company in quite some time. I dearly hope I'm not imagining this. Are you telling me you haven't read one? They're fabulously entertaining. Also, they're a surprisingly useful means of ascertaining what's going on in the broader colony. The board's most pressing grievances tend to feature heavily as the problem of the week. Sometimes it's factory strikes, other times it's dissenters. Haven't you heard? Chairman Rockwell and I are on a goodwill tour of the colony as we speak. Except for the bit about my suddenly coming down with stomach flu last year. That truly happened. Aside from battalions of UDL security forces, most of Halcyon knows my name and face, so I could hardly evade Rockwell for long. Besides, remaining close has allowed me to learn just how wrong things have gone around here. Probably because I've no interest in being his puppet. My predecessor was content to serve as Rockwell's lapdog. When he saw I meant to oppose him, he made sure I'd have little opportunity to. It's quite all right. I've got every back issue of Dissident Hunter to keep me company. Why, I do all the work no one else wants to do. I write reports no one ever reads. Monitor colony statistics that no one pays attention to. When I'm not being conscripted to perform in the chairman's propaganda, of course. Because someone must. Halcyon is headed for a collapse, and no one seems inclined to do anything about it.
You say these things like you're surprised. And then I gotta remind myself that you've been locked away for years.
If Halcyon falls apart, it will take all of us with it, laborer and executive alike. What astounds me is that no one is inclined to change our course. How delightful. What is it? The latest issue of Dissident Hunter. I've been waiting for this. Most of what passes for entertainment here is appalling.
Да. Так. Так, мистер Клад ничего не знает о десиментифулисизме, он объясняет, что пытается рот держит его под домашним арестом. Кларк уверен, что за покупкой химиката стоит Роквелл. Технические панели под Византией ведут. Какой, понятно. В общем, простыми словами, мы только зря рисковали, проламываясь к этому мужику, которого охраняет, блядь, куча охраны. Нам с посылкой более безопасно, красться не надо. Вот.
Yawning.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
Ah, if it isn't my favorite vagrant in the system, what can I do for you? Of course I am. Now I know for certain that this is the pinnacle. There's nowhere more beautiful, and no lifestyle more luxurious. I deserve the very best our society has to offer. I earned it, and thanks to you, I know that I have it. Wouldn't you rest easier too in my position? Why would I waste energy being upset over deaths I didn't even know about? And why would the board waste resources on those who aren't productive? Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee?
Ну, когда тебя потом туда же отправят, я блин, посмотрю, как ты потом заговоришь, блядь, тупая дура.
Today's greeting is brought to you by Auntie Cleo, a subsidiary of Colway Pharmaceuticals.
Стоп, я что-то не понял, и куда мне дальше? Я что-то сейчас не совсем понимаю, куда мне. А, мне надо наверх. Какие-то рычаги нажимать, кнопку не могли придумать, блин. Давайте еще крутить начнем.
How may I be of assistance?
I look forward to news of your victory on Monarch. Wells had a litany of charges on his records, the most severe of which is destruction of government property. He may be a dangerous criminal, but I have no intention of having him killed. It's his mind I'm after. Exactly so. It is essential that we understand the science behind long-term hibernation. We have the colony's brightest scientists working on the program, but none of them possess Wells' unique genius. I'd prefer to have Wells alive and cooperating, but I'll settle for having his research. Ah, yes. Clyde Harlow and his gang of erstwhile outlaws living on the dark end of Scylla. He was useful, for a time, but impossible to work with. Too much ego. Frankly,
блять, сука, смешно нахер, блять. Вот видите, она подтвердила, значит, мы правильно сделали тот выбор того, что он предатель, да, блять, он, блять, работает. Сама София Аканде подтвердила это. Еблан.
Excuse me, just a moment. I beg your pardon. Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors. A fair and appropriate point. Please feel free to look around. I'll just get out of your way.
Кто тут двери открывает, господи, блин, бесит меня эта херня.
You could dismantle a single room of this place, sell the materials, and feed everyone on Monarch for a month.
afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again, working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Guess the whole colony's up a creek. I thought it was just Monarch.
I don't know about you, but I'm all for living fast and dying young.
Нам нечего кормить, так что Алькион умрет. Я, конечно, не все понял, но... Жесть. Массажистка. Темные запасы. Удовольствие. Я вот только вот не понял, почему заберите Демельс, выяснить, что сертификат находится в Министерстве исторической достоверности и поддержания духа нации. Там же где проект, под которым работает председатель Роквелл. То есть как бы прикол в том, то, что еда заканчивается, то есть они уже не могут поддерживать все это. Я вот только не понял, почему... Ой, блин, не то. Почему субтитров не было? Субтитры разговоров, включить. Блять, субтитры в заставках. Почему оно было выключено? Ну-ка, еще раз можно посмотреть?
Good I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured, with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Да, не, ну, я там понял, да, некоторые только типа моменты, но, блин, у меня английский не прям идеальный, поэтому мне как бы сложно. Я не знаю, почему это было выключено у нас, что странно. О.
Something on your mind?
What's up?
see any sprats loose up here, definitely don't touch them.
Так, а куда мне идти-то? Понятно, в самый низ надо. Миленько. Не, ну картины, конечно, очень красивые, но это эти скрины.
Okay.
Но смотрится красиво.
Coming your way. Nice and easy.
It's okay. I'm a doctor.
I don't care if you're a brain surgeon. If you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself, you're not getting in.
Worth a try. You'd be surprised how often that works.
Like I said, X-36 clearance only beyond this point. I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new clearances on the list. Like I said, and you're still not cleared.
Значит, надо где-то тут, что ли, пропуск найти. И где его взять-то?
Sorry, I'm kinda in the middle of something. Oh. Oh. You know, I always have time for sprat mitochondria, as well as charming men who can appreciate the finer points of cell biology. This is certainly a conversation worth continuing elsewhere. But I don't think I've seen you around, and I'm sure I'd remembered you. In that case, I can get you into the lab. Consider it a favor you can repay later. Follow me.
Так, стоп. Не надо мне это загружать. Идите нафиг. Ой, боже мой. Вот это Warframe, блин, там 7 гигов, блядь, опять весит, блядь, пиздец. Там же новых варфров добавили и прочего, но, блин. Я-то уже не играю в Warframe. Конечно, можно зайти, но... Сейчас, секунду. Да, родилась.
I need a favor. Think you could let my friend through just this once? After all, you still owe me.
Fine. But I don't want to hear anything about the catch-up packet incident ever again. And he's on his own if he runs into the guards downstairs.
You're the best, Holt.
Go on through.
А, то есть она разрешила нам пройти. То есть, а дальше мы сами, походу, как я полагаю.
So what if those MSI suits made it on Monarch this whole time? I could do it. Easy.
Move along.
А за вот этой дверью тогда что у нас? Мне, блин, даже интересно.
Nice work, Captain.
All right.
Great work. Heading back.
То есть он нас пропустил вот именно вот в этот отдел, ну то есть отдел, часть этого здания. То есть если сейчас мы пойдем вниз, а вот тут уже, скорее всего, сейчас нас будут палить.
What's up?
Something on your mind?
Да, вот тут уже нас уже палят. Ладно, давай давайте тогда уже потом я продолжу. Поэтому давайте, ребят, всем